going on, guys, and welcome back to Hungary for Success. This is episode 25, and it's the one we're just after finishing the World Cup. If you haven't watched it, I would recommend going back and watching the last 3 episodes, because that's the episodes we were in the World Cup. It was quite an interesting one. We did significantly better than expected, and I think there was a couple. Yeah, there was a couple of surprises in the of teams that left or got through the groups. Anyway, for today's episode, we are going to be playing against Azerbaijan, and first of all, we're playing Chad in a friendly. I just decided because I wanted to do 2 games together, as we always do. We always play 2 games unless it's the start of a major tournament. And then we talk about the team, and then we do 1 game. But this isn't it. So we're playing Chad and then Azerbaijan, and as you can see, I'm trying to get a friendly against North Korea in 2 episodes' time, which would be interesting. It'd be very nice after the hard game against Spain. It would be nice to play an easy team, I want to say, against North Korea. Obviously, we've never played Chad because they're an African side. But for this game, we are bringing a couple of players in that haven't played before. Mostly looking at it, Martin Doherty is going to make his debut. And I should have figured out how to say his name beforehand. Kapranzai. Yeah, Kapranzai. That's what we're going to call him. Kapranzai. Or Cap. His name is Cap. He's capped at under 19s. So what happened was I called him up. He had 3-star current ability and 5-star potential. Never played for the under 21s. I then closed the game and I've reopened it today, and suddenly he's 2-star with 3-star potential. We are giving Hood Wagner another opportunity in goal, and Gabor Fair up front. Zabazali has picked up another injury, so he's not available for this game either, or the Azerbaijan game. Hopefully we'll have him back soon enough, because he's definitely one of the best players in the... he's returned in 7 days, so he wouldn't have been fit for either of the games. 38 caps, 14 goals, and he's wanted by Liverpool. Ooh, that's new. That wasn't there a while ago. So yeah, we're going to go into this game, and hopefully against Chad we will do quite well. Martin Doherty is a very good defensive midfielder. He's quite good. Well, he's a decent central midfielder option. But I'm hoping that he can do the business as a centre-back as well, because he has all the stats for it, but I don't know, has he played there an awful lot for Hertha? Because from what I've been getting in the reports, he has been spending an awful lot of time as a DM or a central midfielder. But, against Chad, nice way to open up. And Chile hits the crossbar. It looks like there's literally nobody at this game. So we might be playing Chad in front of 0 people. And the fact we're not winning yet is interesting. I did look at their team beforehand, and they have a bunch of players that are greyed out. So, very interesting. Becker. Not. What? I was pushed. Okay. That was a very interesting highlight. Nagy just beats the keeper. The keeper was very close to keeping that out. But yeah, I think the Chad and Azerbaijan games are going to be, I don't want to say very easy, but they shouldn't be overly difficult. But then again, we said that about Liechtenstein and Luxembourg beat us. So it's not ideal. We do have Denmark and Spain in this group as well. So even getting top 2 for this would be quite the achievement. But then again, we have almost always overperformed. So like, for example, at the World Cup, if you've gotten this far, I'm assuming you've either watched the World Cup or you don't care enough to go back and watch them. We did lose to England in the first game, which was expected. They were number 1 in the world at the time and favourites for the World Cup. But we then beat Mexico and Mali, and then only lost to a very strong... Oh, Dirty just gets saved. And Shaleva's offside. We did get beaten by a very strong Uruguay squad. So we've been quite good, I have to say, to be honest, as the manager. We've had quite a number of wide shots, and so far our only goal is from a penalty. Not overly happy with the way things are going. I know they're playing extremely defensive, but at the same time, we should... Actually, I'm going to press the keeper, because it looks like the keeper has a mistake in him. We're not doing as well as I would have hoped. I was kind of hoping we'd be 4 or 5-0 up at this stage. I know we're not playing our strongest side, but we're not playing a weak side either. But Nagy wins the ball. Amazing run. Cap on his debut gets an assist. Palko Derde. That's 4 goals and 6, I think it is, for Hungary. So he's having a belter of a time playing as an inside forward on the right. Seeing as how, to be fair, he is an inverted winger on the right as well. Yeah, we are still going to go ahead with that change. But 16 shots, 5 on target. I know a lot of them have been relatively long shots, but even the ones that have been kind of in the box haven't really come to much. We've had 13 shots that have either hit the woodwork or not been on target. It's, not quite what you want, but Cap on his debut. Yes! Only ever good enough to play for the under-19s, never made it for the under-21s. Has suddenly scored. To be fair, it's the debut against Chad. Hey, me Chad. But Cap, everyone's complacent. Hut Wagner. Don't think he knew much. To be fair, I don't think he knew much about that. It was very much the ball just kind of pinged off him. Nagy clears it. That should be probably the last highlight before halftime. Yeah. I'm very interested to see who or how many people are at this game, if any. You're gonna say you might be winning, but don't back off. Kind of still want to be pushing for more. Strive for greatness. There are 7,902 people at this game. Where are they? Have my settings changed? It's not showing. I'm just going to press them, see what they... Maybe the settings have changed and it's not showing any fans. But I haven't touched the settings, so I don't know. Cap is quite tired, so I'm going to take him off for Kleisenheisler. Yeah, I'll leave him as a shadow striker. Martin Dardy is quite tired, so I'm going to bring on Pap. Yeah, you're good. I'm just going to leave you as is. Gabor Fer is quite tired. I'm going to bring on Becke. Because to be fair, he's not had the best of seasons, but I think he's still probably the third best striker we have available to us. So I'm going to give him the opportunity to show me why he should start, even though Fur definitely has a lot of potential, and he's kind of showing that he's a very good player as it is. We're going to bring on Willian to be our deep line because he's not got much flair for a Brazilian. That's 5 substitutions. Yeah, we'll leave the next substitution for a little while longer because we do have the option to make 6. It's just a question of who do I want to bring on. I'm going to take Dardy off because he's shattered. But to be fair, Bodka is only playing this game because he's not the first choice right back, and I wanted to rest my first choice to give him the opportunity to be fully fit for the game against Azerbaijan. And I changed, so hopefully now Shaloy is taking the penalty. No, Nagy's still taking it. I changed it. I said I wanted Shaloy to take it, but no. But still, Adam Nagy, nice goal. Well, penalty. We've taken off all the other goal scorers. Nagy for his hat trick. Oh, out to Shaloy. Another penalty. What? That looked like it was outside the box. Nagy with a hat trick. But that looked like it was outside the box and looked clean. But what do I know? What do I know, huh? Nagy with the hat trick. I'm glad I left him on now. The game ends 5-0 and we prep for the game against Azerbaijan in 3 days, I want to say. Willian, Shaloy, back to Willian, out to Becker, whips the cross in, gets cleared, that should be in. Yeah, full time. 5-0 against Chad. Probably more of what I would have expected. This is very much a game I was expecting to win relatively easily. I thought it might be a little bit easier than 5-0. But now we have a couple of days till we play Azerbaijan. So, why was it? Okay. Nagy bangs in only 71% of his shots on target. Interesting. Okay, so we'll be back for the Azerbaijan game in just a second. And hopefully we can smash them as well. That would be very nice. And it's going to be a little bit heartbreaking because I do like Azerbaijan. So I'll see you guys in just a second. Alright, so we are back for the game against Azerbaijan and just saw an interesting result. After our game against Chad, Luxembourg and England drew 0-0. So I said I'd bring this up to have a look. So it's not just us that play poorly against Luxembourg. It's England as well. It was not something they were playing Dele Alli up front. Maybe makes a little more sense now. But yeah, just thought it was interesting. So I said I'd bring it up and we'd have a little look at it. The team is quite different. Well, not horrendously different, but there's a lot of differences. I did not realise that Orban was actually going to be suspended for this game. Not ideal, but it's fine. Nagy is tired, but I do actually... I'm going to play him. So for this game, Dibish comes in for Hutwagner. Tomas comes in for Becker because Becker's a little tired. Mazzoli comes in for Botka. The two centre backs stay the same. Willian comes in for Vida and Nagy just moves over to box. Shaloy comes in for Chalet. Kleisenheisler in for Capranze. Yeah, Capranze. And Chobot comes in for Peter Becke because Becke was tired. No, not Peter Becke. It came in for Gabor Fair. Yeah, Fair is the one that's tired. So this is the team we're going to start with. We could change it up at halftime if needs be. I don't see any need for it at the minute, because this is a fairly strong team. Even though Willian probably isn't the best player to play, I think that I suppose I'm picking him because I like Willian as a player. I'd rather have him, but we, pick the team that we have the best chance of winning. Had I known that Willie Orban wasn't going to be available for this game, I would have given Kekish the game off against Chad. But what can you do, I suppose? This is why you're supposed to check everything before you go picking the team. I did not, but I'm hoping that we can do the business regardless against Azerbaijan. Romania are already doing better against Luxembourg than England did, which is an interesting piece of information. I'm going to tell the lads to get creative, even if we score here. Tomas, what was the keeper doing? All he had to do was pick the ball up and he punched it behind him. Palko Derde, he's probably the first one that'll come off because he is the tiredest of everyone that's starting the game. But Mamedov. Yeah, Mamedov. He's the Sabiel Baki. Or he was playing for Querbag now, but he was at Sabiel. Yeah. Interesting. I did a journeyman on Twitch, and I went to Azerbaijan for a season managing Sabiel Baki, and he was one of the players I got rid of fairly early on. But Nagy to Shaloi, back to Nagy, to Kleisenheisler, Mazzoli, whips it across, and Shaloi, sorry. I got a memory on Facebook the other day actually about Kleisenheisler from the last World Cup? I think, maybe it was the Euros. I can't remember. I was saying that he was going to be joining Chelsea or Man City because he had a really good game. I don't know what game it was, because all I said was he was going to be joining one of the top teams. But yeah, he's definitely doing the business for us. I think he's a fantastic player. Maybe I don't use him as much as I should, but nonetheless, still a great player. Just unfortunately that Zavazali is playing in the same position as him. And I've taken to Subzali for no particular reason. I've taken a liking to playing him more. It's just the way things are, I suppose. So at the end of the first half, we're 1-up. Again, same as the Chad game, I would have expected to be doing better, but Nagy and Dardy are both very, very tired. And the assistant tells Willian to calm down because he's the one that's booked, not the centre back. The one thing I would say about the Azerbaijan league is quite a significant amount of Argentinians seem to be interested in joining. I don't know if that's something that's in the game when you have the Azerbaijan league loaded, but we were inundated with Argentinians. But yeah, if you want to watch me play Football Manager, I don't do it as often as I used to now, but it's twitch.tv /Foggy_plays. It's in the description. You just gotta click on it. Follow me if you want. I'm going to demand more. We're really not doing an awful lot in this game. That's quite a... Oh, Willian! Talking about how we're not doing an awful lot, and then he comes in and bangs the ball into the back of the net. It was quite a nice pass from Nagy into acres of space to Willian. Pushes the ball forward a little bit, runs onto it, and then bosh, back of the net. I think it's probably time we made a couple of substitutions. Yeah, we're going to take Well, Nagy has to come off. Nagy is shattered. So we will bring on... I'm going to bring on Carpentier. Leave Kleisenheiser as box-to-box. And I'm going to take Doherty off for... Gabor Fur, but move him up front, but Chobot on the wing. Yeah. So, looks like they've changed their approach and are going more attacking. They're 2 down. Of course that's what they're going to do, because they need to score goals. Denmark are 4 up against Estonia. So they're having a good game. Surprised... although Estonia played Spain, I think. So they had a very difficult start where they played Spain and Denmark their first 2 games. But Tomas to Shaloi, Willian. Beautiful pass by the playmaker to Mazzoli. Quite a nice tackle, to be fair to him. Doherty, Kekesh, Willian. Cap, Shaloi. Oh, just curls wide. We are going to make one more substitution. I'm going to bring Becky on for Chobot. Did not realise that Peter Becky could play as a winger. The more you know. So he's going to come on and play as an inside forward on the right, which is still a position we struggle with. We don't have that many players that can play on the right wing. Kleisenheisler, I suppose he's one of them. Oh, Willian. Well done, my son. What's his long shots? His long shots they're 7. His finishing is 7. His passing and vision have made a huge increase since he went on loan to Kisvarda. To be fair, I talked about it at the start of this video, at the start of the game, that I wasn't sure he was the right one to bring into the team. He's proven that he definitely was the right one to bring into the team. Divish. Would Galaski have saved that? Probably not. Galaski's had a very poor season with Wolfsburg this year. So I don't mind trying different goalkeepers. I think this is probably the first episode where Galaski's been in the squad where he hasn't actually played. But Cap pumps the ball forward. Fur gets blocked by one of the defenders, but picked up by the defenders. Tomas, Shaloi, Willian. Shaloi, Willian. Kleisenheisler closed down. Willian. Back to Kleisenheisler. Oh, I thought that was going to be a sending off for a second. There's no point in sending a player off with technically the last kick of the game. But Willian, what an absolute belter of a game. So they're actually his first international goals. Well done, lads. Very nice victory, well done. The strikers really struggled. Gabor Fur played a 6.5 and so did Chobot when they were up front. So maybe I wasn't utilising... Maybe the shadow striker was causing issues. I've really struggled in this year's game to get shadow strikers playing optimally. I think it is pretty much an attacking midfielder is probably the way to go. If I was to be completely honest, England again, another draw. They seem toothless, drawing with Russia. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, well, we're only one game into the qualifiers. Equal on points with Spain. They won their first game by a single goal. Willian's our top scorer so far. To be fair, of the 3 goals we scored, he scored 2 of them. I forgot the Chad game was a friendly. So I was like, but Nike got a hat-trick. But yeah, for the next episode, we'll be back to play Estonia and Denmark. And then we get a nice friendly against North Korea after a game where I'm assuming we're going to get absolutely spanked by Spain. So come back for the Estonia-Denmark games in the next episode, which will be on Saturday. So that'll be... What? This is Wednesday. So it's like 3 days' time. Hopefully we can continue this this nice form against Estonia and not get absolutely demolished by Denmark. To get through this group, we do need to get a result against Denmark and Spain. Even if we just get a draw in both of those games. Like if we draw both games with Denmark, both games with Spain, one of them is surely going to beat the other one, and then we could be in a situation where we could qualify second in our group, and that would be that would be lovely. If we could make it to another major tournament, make it 3 in a row, that would be... Anyway, if you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share with all of your friends, do all the beautiful, happy, clicky, happy things. If you don't like the video, then be sure to dislike it. I don't want people to just not watch, or to watch the video and go, that was crap, and then just leave. Leave a dislike. I always ask for dislikes and people to unsubscribe if you're not interested. If you do leave a dislike or unsubscribe, let me know why in the comments. Like maybe you're not happy that I decided to play Chad in a friendly, or that I've decided to play North Korea in friendly. It's just, I want to know. I'm interested because you're the ones that are watching the video. I'm the one creating. I don't know if you're finding the videos as interesting as I am to record them, or if you're having as much fun watching them as I am having. I clicked. I'd taken a cat hair off my keyboard and I hit enter. But yeah, like I said, leave a like, leave a dislike, subscribe, unsubscribe. Do whatever. Do whatever you want. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm here making videos. All right. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.